Good morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Joel Bervell, and I'm a first-year medical student, and this is my first ever vlog that I'm doing. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but just haven't gotten the time to do it, so finally stepping out, making sure I force myself to do it. It's kind of a weird time to be finally vlogging because this is my last week of actual classes for my first year of medical school. Kind of sad I didn't vlog it so far, but I'm excited to kind of start now. Typically, on a day like this, today's a Monday right now, I get up around 8 a.m. or actually around 7:30 a.m. and the first thing that I do is I go through my checklist of things to do. My notebook here. Now I start off by the day with like kind of going through, seeing what I need to do. There's a lot going on today, as you can see. And I also check my calendar for whatever I have to do for the day. On Mondays, we do what's called case-based learning. It's where we get a case on Monday or released ahead of time. And then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we actually go over that case and try and predict what the patient has. And then after that, I have some lectures about shock and management of shock. And then we have a pharmacology lecture on how to take care of shock. So the summer's kind of starting, and I applied for this program called Nth Dimensions. And it's a program that matches students up with orthopedic surgeons or dermatology physicians or physical therapists, depending on what your interest is. And they give us opportunities to learn from different doctors over Zoom. If you're watching this in 2020 in June right now, you know that COVID is still going on. So a lot of the summer plans I had were actually canceled. I was supposed to be in New York this summer at NYU doing some research there, but that's kind of been shifted. So I'm really excited for Nth Dimensions because it's given me an opportunity to still do research, but just remotely. And so the physician I'm working with is from the University of Michigan. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I guess that was a little bit of a splurge. I don't really know what you're supposed to do on vlogs, but I'm excited to kind of share my Monday. Okay, so I just finished my CBL class. It was a pretty cool case today. Every week we have different positions that we have to do. This week I was what's called the leader, which meant I had to be leading our group. But there's also a scribe, and then there's a reader who reads through the case. And today's case was kind of interesting. It was a woman that had a breast lump, and essentially we're trying to figure out if she has mastitis or cancer, or looking at different possible differential diagnoses. Next, I have to go to my Nth Dimensions class. Today, we're learning about research, and just essentially how do you do academic research, what types of things should you be thinking about, how do you make sure you're planning for the future. So, I'm gonna go off to that. So, even though we're not in person, we still have to dress up for Nth Dimensions. So, I go with the classic button-down with some joggers on. Always a good move. Honestly, not even gonna lie, this is kind of the look with the joggers and the button down. I kind of like it. Okay, so CBL check, Nth Dimensions check. Next, I missed some classes. Thankfully, our classes are recorded for medical school, which is really, really nice because I sometimes sleep in or I miss a class. Especially with Zoom, it makes it easier to at least be able to kind of set your own pace for when you're doing your studying. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to be going to my pharmacology class next, and then I have a meeting. I'm student body president at my school, so because of that, I have meetings with the dean every so often, and I'll be meeting with him to talk about kind of what next year is going to look like. We're actually going entirely online next year for 2020 to 2021, but we have this thing called like a learn in place model, which is where students can be at any of our 4 campuses in the state in order to be studying. So as long as you're kind of within a certain distance to those places, you can basically live wherever you want in the state. And then I just got to study for the rest of the day. We're on our microbiology unit right now, and for the med students out there, if you've ever taken microbiology, you know it's basically, I like to think of it like Harry Potter. Every single new thing you're learning is a new spell.
Wingardium Leviosa. Stop.
And the names are really weird. Trichomonas, vaginalis, like all these different things. But it's cool because there's some great resources out there to use in order to figure out how to memorize it. One of my favorite ones is called SKETCHY, and I'll probably do like a vlog on that sometime later. But SKETCHY is basically they put different pictures and they try and make sure that they use word associations with those pictures so that you can remember it. And yeah, I'll probably go over that a little bit later, but there's a lot to do today. I've been procrastinating a lot, so I got to get to work. Okay, so I'm getting ready for class right now. I have pharmacology coming up, but that'd be cool for you all to see kind of how our school manages everything. So we have this kind of internal database that has all of our classes in here. So like I said, this morning we had CBL and we were talking about body aches, nausea, and headache. And then we had physiology of shock and categories of management of shock. I missed both of those classes because of my research presentation talk I had. And then presser pharmacology is what we're going on to right now. So the cool thing is they put all the event resources in here. And so we have pre-class reading, in-class activity, and everything we need. So that's going to be the last class of the day, and after that we're basically free until tomorrow, which you can see here. We're going to be talking about telehealth care tomorrow.
Many hours later.
Hey everyone, so it is almost 9 p.m. right now. It's 8:40. I ended up not really vlogging my day on Monday today just because I wasn't doing much. After my meeting, I ended up playing Breath of the Wild for a while, if anyone's played that game. It's pretty fun. It's on the Nintendo Switch, and it's a Legend of Zelda game. But I ended up doing that. I read for a little bit, studied a little bit, and now I'm prepping some food, making some rice and eggs for the rest of the week. And I'm also trying to watch up some lectures since I didn't really do much there. So right now I'm watching one of my microbiology lectures. It was kind of a chill day. I usually try and study more than this, but tomorrow's going to be a longer day. I'll probably end up going to school because our campus is still open. I get more work done when I'm actually on campus, and I have a couple of meetings, have some classes to do, and then yeah, that'll be the day. But I'll try and vlog a little bit better over the coming week because I know kind of forgot about it, got lost in just playing games and not really doing much today. But sometimes you need those kind of days where you just take it off, don't do much, and then get back at it. So I'll see you tomorrow.
A few moments later.
A little bit of an update. I was not feeling tired, so decided to actually get back in bed and finish up some more videos that I missed up. Right now I'm going to be learning about spirochetes. But the way I like to study is watch the video, have the lecture notes here, and I can just follow along and use my iPad to take notes on everything. And the cool thing is I use OneNote, and so I have all of my different lectures that are in here that I can easily access. If I want to search for a term from a different class, I have them all here too. This is pretty easy.